When training is designed as a professional asset rather than a personal offering, it stops being a course. It becomes something organizations can actually trust and buy. There is no shortage of training courses in the world. They are engaging, they are well designed. They are full of insight, experience, and good intentions. And yet, the vast majority of them are fundamentally unsellable. Not unmarketable. Not unpopular. Unsellable in the sense that they cannot be reliably licensed, transferred, scaled, insured, or defended once the original creator steps out of the room. This isn't a quality problem. A course is not a professional asset. Most training programs are built as experiences. They rely on the trainer's judgment in the moment, flexibility and adaptation, personality, storytelling, and reading the room, informal interpretation of concepts. That can make them enjoyable and impactful in the short term, but it also makes them inseparable from the individual delivering them. From an organizational perspective, that's a risk. If a program only works when this person teaches it, then the organization hasn't bought capability, it has rented expertise. And rented expertise cannot be scaled. Why organizations don't actually buy learning? This is uncomfortable to say, but important. Organizations do not buy training because they want people to learn, they buy training because they want predictable outcomes with controlled risk. That means they care about things learners rarely see. Consistency across deliveries. Clear scope and limits. Defensible methodology. Escalation rules. Governance. Alignment between materials, delivery, and assessment. If a program cannot be delivered the same way twice, or cannot clearly state what it does not do, it becomes difficult to justify internally, let alone roll out at scale. The difference between a course and a system. This is where many programs quietly fail. A typical course is focused on content, flexible interpretation, trainer-led, encourages adaptation, open-ended, ends with what's next. A professional training system is focused on capability, governed application, system-led, controls variation, explicitly bounded, ends with closure. Courses are designed to inspire. Systems are designed to survive contact with reality. Why high standards feel uncomfortable? When training is designed as a system rather than an experience, people often react strongly, and not always positively. Clear boundaries feel restrictive. Defined scope feels less empowering. Escalation feels like avoidance. Formal closeouts feel cold. But these are not flaws, they are signals of maturity. In high-stakes environments, aviation, safety, audit, healthcare, compliance, nobody expects training to be endlessly flexible or personally expressive. They expect it to be boringly consistent, carefully constrained, precise about authority, explicit about responsibility. Because ambiguity is where risk hides. Designing training as something that can be sold. A sellable training program is not one that people rave about online. It is one that still works when the founder is not present. Does not depend on charisma or improvisation. Can be licensed without dilution. Can be audited without embarrassment. Can be defended when things go wrong. That requires discipline most creators never build in. Tight alignment between slides, manuals, and trainer scripts. Explicit statements of what the program does not cover. Controlled language and terminology. Formal endings, not funnels. Authority that sits in the system, not the personality. This is not accidental design. It is deliberate restraint. Why engaging is not the same as trustworthy. There is a reason professional systems are rarely described as inspiring. They are trusted because they are predictable. If a training program feels endlessly adaptable, it also feels risky to deploy. If it relies on interpretation, it relies on judgment. If it relies on judgment, responsibility becomes unclear. Organizations don't scale inspiration, they scale structure. A different way of thinking about training. The highest standard of training is not the one people personalize. It is the one that sets clear limits, holds its shape under pressure, survives handover, resists dilution, ends cleanly. Because when training is designed as a professional asset rather than a personal offering, it stops being a course. It becomes something organizations can actually trust and buy.